Today we're just looking at this project. This student is modeling structure, and you can see all the structure they've modeled thus far, but when it comes to modeling the next floor, there's a few different ways you can see that structure. So, and we're talking about the roof, which I guess you can consider level 3 for the purposes of this. So the first thing you'll note when you go to level 2, right now we have I believe an underlay on, which allows us to see below. And so you can do the same thing on this floor. So you want to see level 2, and so now we can see those columns and beams. Often it might show up like this in the course view, just down here, and you can still see some of the columns, but the beams will show up as lines, which we're not really registering right now. But if you change this to fine, then they'll start to show up. Alternatively, the other thing you can do is use the structural plans over here. And if you don't have any structural plans, if you go up to View, you go to Plan View, and you go to Structural Plans, you can, I'm just going to hold the Control key and I'm going to select multiple structural plans and add those. So now we can see the structural plan for this. A good thing to get in the habit of is find where your slab is and just hide your slab. And that way you can see all the beams and joists. So now we're going up to level 3, and we'll do the same thing. So we have that, and I believe I might have already hid that. So yeah, I did. So just change this to fine for a second so we can see it. Now when you go to add a beam system, you can do an automatic beam system. And just let it fill in all these areas. I do want the beam system to go the other direction, so I'm just going to delete a few of these. And I'm just going to edit this first beam system. Click Edit Boundary. And I'm just going to change the beam direction to this way, to the joist. And I'm just going to go to level 2, and I just want to make sure we're using the same joist. We're using the K-bar, K-series bar joist, 30K10, and this is the 30K10 as well. Okay, and so now what we'll do is we're just going to select this beam system, and we can do an array. So we can copy this over to that, and we can do 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess this middle one's bigger, so we'll just do 4. And then we can copy this down twice. No, I didn't hit the multiple button. If you hit the multiple button here, you can just keep copying. I'll just go all the way down to here and do these ones. So now you can see that, and for the center, we can just do these ones as automatic. And again, I'm just going to do the 1, and then just rotate that beam system again, and copy it down. And I have the multiple buttons selected, so it's going to continue copying that same item. And there we go. So we have our beam system done. I'm just going to change it back to course, and you'll have this. Once you do that, you can also tag all these elements. So you can tag it like that, so you can see what the elements are. You can also go to tag all, and click tag structural framing tag, and it'll add all the structure sizing on there. So that's just a kind of a quick tutorial on how to get the structure showing on different views. Now when you go back to level 3 with the underlayments on, you can see that that's there. Preferably when you're doing the set, you'd want to leave the underlayments off, and then you would want to use the structural plans to demonstrate that structure. Just kind of a cleaner way of presenting it. So you could do 2 floor plans on one page, or have a separate structural section. So there's a few different ways to do that.